What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Game Over Gerkinman, and welcome for another RPG Maker game. This one will be, I think, like 3 episodes compared to the 14 that made up Soma Spirits. This is going to be a little shorter. This is the demo for Long Gone Days. This was actually the first RPG Maker MV game that I played. When the new engine came out, they pretty quickly put this together, ported it over, and they've done a really good job. And there's some particularly really nice sprite artwork in this. This game was kickstarted, I believe, after this demo came out. And I don't know that it made its goal, but I know that the original creator is continuing with it anyway. But anyway, I think this is a really, really impressive demonstration of what the engine's actually capable of. So let's get into this demo, and we'll. I've played through it before, and I thought it was pretty cool. So let's get into it again, shall we? Really cool sound design, really cool visuals, just everything. So obviously the stories of work of fiction. All characters in this game are fictitious, and his resemblance to actual events or persons living or dead is entirely coincidental. It's always good to put that at the start of a game, because this deals with some pretty heavy-ish themes. Common knowledge. What is common knowledge? From the day I was born, it was decided that I'd be a sniper. As soon as I could talk and understand orders, my training started. It was the same for every single one of my brothers. So I thought. Because of this, I grew up believing that the things that were taught to me at the Corps Army were things that everyone knew about. The presentation's really nice, but who gets to decide what's important to know? As I was growing up, knowing anything about things like history or even how a family usually functions seemed like a complete waste of time. Meanwhile, learning how to control my breath and how to move my fingers accurately were far more important. When you've been spoon-fed with limited choices your whole life, you don't really question the stuff given to you. You just assume it's normal. But what use are those things I was taught during the past 22 years if I was ever taken away from the battlefield? If it wasn't for the events in the past few days, I would never question any of these things. Day 1, Service Academy inside the Corps. So I think I'll be doing, each day will be its own episode. I believe that's how I'll be doing it. I don't know, I'll have to see, because I can't remember quite how long each day is, but we'll work it out. We'll get there. Alright, see all this stuff, like I have no idea how to do any of this stuff in this engine, so it's extra impressive to me, because I've been using this engine for the best part of a year, and this seems so far ahead of anything that I've done with it. Instructor, alright, let's continue. The first thing you should remember when you cross the border is that you'll be within Russian territories, even though it's separated from the mainland. Normally I teach you a thing or two about speaking with the locals, but in this particular operation, any kind of communication with outsiders is strictly forbidden. Do not even tell them the name of your dog tags. Is that clear? Tomorrow I'll be sent to deployment for the first time. I wasn't supposed to go, but the previous sniper broke his arm and I was transferred to their squad as a last-minute replacement. You should also note that it is currently summer in the Northern Hemisphere. Those of you who have already been deployed at least once will appreciate the fact that summers in Kaliningrad range from 55 degrees Fahrenheit to 73 degrees Fahrenheit, but it still rains just as often as in any other season. As you'll be representing the Polish army, a zero-tolerance policy towards misconduct will be in order. Is that clear? I wish I had more time to prepare. I'm not sure I'll be able to do a good job like this. Private Rock. Yes, sir. You can find the briefing with the rest of your notes. If you have any doubts, just ask someone in your squad. Thank you, sir. Okay, that's all from me. We're all counting on you, soldiers. You are dismissed. Alright, information about the Corps, the Operation Prigolia have been added to Rourke's notes. You can access the notes tab for the menu, so we will be checking out. So there we are. I'm playing this with the Xbox One controller, by the way. RPG Maker MV games, for some reason, work fine with it when, hey, look, there's a run button. I forgot about that. Other didn't. Anyway, so this is the game, yeah, just looks, the sprite works great. Alright, let's bring up the menu. Alright, let's have a look at these notes. So the core is an extensive state strategically located below the surface of the Earth. It is currently governed by Lieutenant Eugene Weisner under the stratocratic system. The Corps is proud to be able to offer its citizens an environment utterly exempt from poverty and unemployment, and more importantly, absolutely safe from the threats of the surface, while raising generations of experts capable of keeping the Corps as the only true self-sufficient state. The operation we're about to undertake is the goal of this operation is offering support and aid to the Polish forces in Kaliningrad. For this operation, you'll be using the following items: complete Polish Army combat uniform and a new set of weapons in accordance to Poland's requirements. The 3rd and 4th squad will be in charge of taking over the first 2 bases. A new briefing will be handed once the first part of the mission is complete. I don't have access to those yet. Alright, let's go chat to these peeps here. Did you know you can update your info from this screen? Oh, there you go. Now I do. Man, good luck replacing Coil. That guy could shoot a pin from a mile away. I'm a fairly competent sniper too. I bet you, Sup. I could swear I saw one of those tomatoes moving. Let's not talk to this guy. Yeah, that's fair. This is the greenhouse most of our food grows here. It's quite like the music here too. It's quite neat. What have you got to say, good sir? Do you think someone will notice if I don't shower? That's a question for the ages. Alright, so, I think I can explore some of these areas first. I should train a bit first. Okay, so it's not going to let me go anywhere before I do anything. So it's the barracks there. Showers. Oh yes, those are important. I believe the full version of this, I believe in a blog post, down below you'll find a link to this game on rpgmaker.net. You'll also find a link to the developer's Tumblr, like development blog. I believe the full version he's working on will now be in widescreen, which is pretty cool. I don't mind the 4x3 look for some stuff, but personally, I prefer widescreen. Alright, so let's start some basic training. So this is the combat system we got here. Hey, Rourke. Hi. I notice you're about to train with the basic targets. Why don't you activate the advanced ones? To be honest, I don't remember how to use them. Really? Just enter your ID on the console and select advanced mode. It's pretty straightforward. Since you were this forgetful, remember they won't attack you. LOL. It would be ridiculous to have something like that. By the way, you should try these bullets. Incendiary bullets have been added, which is kinda neat. Oh, thanks. So much like Fallout. Oh, not Fallout, I was thinking of it's a Deus Ex, so you got multiple kinds of ammunition, which is pretty cool. Most enemies have multiple spots you can aim at, and every spot has different stats. These stats can be seen during target selection. Certain spots like the head or the body will instantly end the fight if their HP reaches 0, while aiming at other spots can give you an advantage in battle, like lowering the enemy's evasion. To use any kind of special bullet, access the skills menu. The icon next to the skill represents the cost. The first number is how many items you need, the second number represents how many you own. Yeah, like the interface for this is really nice too. So I'll go for a regular attack first so you can kind of see how this works. With the specs for each of them up here, so low HP, high evasion, medium evasion. I usually go for the more medium areas, but so that's just a regular attack. Then you've also got your incendiary shots, which obviously do more damage. Right arm's been disarmed. So I think that means, yeah, they can't attack me once you disarm their, taking their arms out. Yeah, it's a pretty cool combat system, I think. I'll be interested to see how far they push it in the full game. Alright, so this guy's left arm's been disabled. Let's see if I can get these headshots. So obviously you can't kill someone by taking out the... There we go. Head. Can't kill someone by taking out their chest, but being able to disable their attack is a good thing. There we go. Yeah, I love the way just the camera moves around and everything. It's just really, really, really slick presentation. Alright. Aren't those bullets great? Anyway, I've got to go now. I'll be giving you instructions remotely tomorrow. Oh, so she's my spotter Brenner. I wish you should have said something from the beginning. Oh, you silly. maybe it would be a good idea to take a shower and sleep soon. Alright, information about the aim systems has been added to the notes, which we'll check out. So this was the showers over here, wasn't it? Yeah, let's take a shower. Why not? We stink. No one likes a stinker. To think I might miss these hot showers. I must be going crazy. There's custom sprites everywhere. That's my squad medic. You should be able to give me some information about the about the operation. I believe his name was Adair? Adair? Is that how you pronounce that? Maybe I should just call him medic or something. I'm gonna call him Adair. Let's see what he says. Have we met? Not really. I was just transferred yesterday to the 4th squad. Oh, so you're Coil's replacement. You haven't been deployed before, have you? No, it's going to be my first time tomorrow, but you seem way too calm. Well, I've been waiting for this day for years. I've never seen the sun before. Try not to stare at it too much unless you want to go blind. Huh? You don't know a thing about the surface, do you? I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you. The surface is an awful place. Would you lighten up a little? This is not the time to relax. Wow, what an obnoxious little prick. I want to give mad props for using the word prick in the game. Prick is a word you do not hear in games, or any media these days, anywhere near often enough. Very typical anime-style character, though. Is this guy going to say the same thing? Alright, so let's have a look at that other note we got. Aim system. Most enemies have multiple spots you can aim at, and every spot has different stats. These stats can be seen during target selection. Oh, we already read that. Alright, let's go to the, go to sleep, since that was our next objective. Because it makes sense. Day 2, intercontinental platform. Inside the core. Well, I guess this is where we end today's episode. Join me tomorrow as we find out what's happening next. Like I said, I'm going to be doing this one day at a time, which I think is the best way to approach this. So thank you for joining me. I hope you're intrigued by what you've seen so far, and it only gets crazier from here. So I hope you join me next time. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great week. And I will see you next time. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Be kind to each other, and as always, have a good one.